Hello YouTube, this is Retta. I'm going to do a reading real quick on Hope Hicks. Hope Hicks has just resigned from the White House communications director. She was in my reading for February. She was in the center of things in the White House. And it looked like there was a plan in place. So either she knew that this was coming or that this was planned. So Hope Hicks. Harmony. This had to do with balance in a relationship. I want to talk, and she was sacrificed for a relationship. Hope Hicks is the Empress. And she is the Empress through and through. Yeah, for authority, for the boss. She was a sacrifice for the boss, for their relationship, or to complete harmony. So she was the sacrifice. Harmony is two people coming together for a common purpose, or a relationship, not, or a relationship. It was said that Hope Hicks, who was the guy who just got fired in regards to domestic violence? It is alleged that Hope Hicks was in a relationship with him, and there was also a relationship with Chris something or Chad something, and so those could have been some of the reasons. Also, her relationship. So she was a sacrifice. She sacrificed herself. And that's the Emperor. Trump is the Emperor. Also this year it showed that her energy this year was the Chariot. So the Chariot and the Tower. Look at this. The Two of Cups is a relationship. A sexual relationship. I think it had more to do with her sexual relationships. Even though they're saying it, I think there's something to do with her sexual relationships than it had to do with Trump. Underneath it had to do with her place of business, her sexual relationships in the place of business. They might be saying it's about her white lie in the past. This is the Death card, so there's in the path there was no transformation. It was just the end. So I think she knew it was coming. She knew it was coming. I think even in my reading, it said it was coming. There was a plan in place. It was coming. This was the past, so this is the Death upside down. The Death is usually end and transition into something else. No, this is just, the end. No transition into something else. This had to do with law and order. Mueller. Remember, I said this month right now, that's coming up in March, is the Hierophant month. So law and order. Yeah, law and order. This is like the foundation of it. I think it was a lot of her relationships was more of the foundation. Her relationships was more of the foundation, and she was very productive in her job. But she put her wants and needs and her wishes before her job. Let's see, in the future, look at Lovers. She makes poor relationship choices. It caused poor relationship choices and the conflict. A lot of conflict in regards, and it was the Tower. It brought everything down, which reminds you that I said that this year is her Chariot. The energy for her is the Chariot and the Tower. It means that sometimes she's so focused on what she wants, needs, she doesn't see the peripheral, and she's so focused and determined, and it causes her own destruction. So her relationships, her sexual, which she's the Empress, she's a very sexual, sensual woman, caused a lot of conflict that caused it to end. So I think it had to do a lot more than, and she was kind of boxed in. So she was boxed in, nowhere to go, nowhere, kind of self-contained. Her movements have been limited. She's unable to, see clearly or to move clearly. So what's in the future? Seven of Cups, she's kind of confused. There's a lot of things going on right now. But she's working on the plan to get things together. She's also thinking about her new relationship. And the Ace of Swords is, you know, I always say it's my cut through the bullshit, get to the nitty gritty. But this is the sword is down. I don't think she's going to talk about anything in particular. She's not going to talk. She's not going to talk. And I think she has new career opportunities. But she's got to be careful, because with these new career opportunities she has, I see a weasel in the moon. So she better be careful, Hangman, that she doesn't get stuck and tangle herself in and go, you know, with her own wants, needs, and stuff, and the devil, her own ego. So her new career choice, she needs to be careful. There is a man that's kind of manipulating her. Yeah, to get information. That could be King of Wands. It could be Mueller. It could be to get information, and she's trying to determine which path she's going to take, and going forth on her thoughts and words of her loss. So is she going to testify? End of a completion? She might, even though there's that Queen of Wands again. She's always showing up. Even though she's not reporting anything, whatever she said could have harmed her. Temperance, her emotions, imbalance. Yes, yes. So, of walking away. So, it has to do with a lot of her relationship. It had to do with her job. It's a lot of different things. She needs to be careful of what she says and how she says things. And she should, because she's the communication director. She should, but she should really focus on her words right now, because they'll be used against her. Also, these relationships will be used against her. That man that she's been in relationships with has a lot of power, and Mueller has some things. Mueller is going to try to use her to get her to say something, or to get some type of information, or something. Alright, so that's it. I think the main focus of she was already on thin ice in regard to these relationships she was having in the workplace. I think also she was too busy with these relationships. Even though she's a smart cookie, she lost kind of her focus. She was focused and determined, and she wasn't paying attention to everything, and that's how she got tied up. So that's the end. She got tied up, and Mueller's going to try to use it. She has new career opportunities ahead, but she needs to be careful, because it looks like there's some shadiness in these new career opportunities, and also there's a weasel in there. It looks like someone wants to use her for information. That could be Mueller. I also said that this month is the month of the Law and Order and the Hierophant and stuff like that. I want to do a reading later on of Alex Jones, because he's under a lawsuit, and then also look back on Jeff Sessions and see what's going on with him. Alright, talk to you guys later. Bye.